the soul of the believer, according to a great number of mufassirun, the soul of the believer is taken up all these levels of these heavens until they reach underneath the arsh. And underneath the arsh in the illiyin they have this record. And this record states that these muqarrabin, these shuhada, for example, those who died in the path of Allah, their evil deeds, or their punishment, they're saved from it. It guarantees their punishment, they're safe. And it also guarantees their entrance into Jannah. And then they're brought back. So they see their record and they get a guarantee, yeah, we're headed in the right place. So they see the contract before they're brought back into their grave. We know the shuhada go straight into the paradise, but this is referring to al-muqarrabun. Those are really close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are shown this roster even before the Day of Judgment. So we'll look at how that applies in this surah. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا عِلِّيُّونَ. What will give you any clue? What can you look at around you that could possibly help you imagine? Idrak, or adra yudri, to look around for clues to figure something out. You have nothing at your disposal that can give you any clue what illiyun is, what this high place is, and how secure that record is, right? يَشْهَدُهُ الْمُقَرَّبُونَ. These, the closest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will be witness to them. One of the comments that I found before we take a break, inshallah, in regards to this, the righteous person, the ruh of the righteous person, goes all the way up. Who's already witnessing this book? The angels. Then this righteous person gets there and they're shown their portion. This is your roster. This is the guarantee you're not going to hellfire. This is the guarantee you'll be entered into Jannah. Then he goes back. When he rises up on the Day of Judgment, are there other witnesses that have read that with him? Are there other witnesses that can support that, yes, in fact, that was there on record? The other angels. And what does that give him even before the Day of Judgment? Peace. Is that rest, that I have a guarantee with Allah. And I have those who are testifying to this, yashhaduhu al-muqarrabun. The closest to Allah are bearing witness to this book, and then He is given the witness to it too. Some ulama comment, actually a good number of them, that the ruh of the mu'min gets to see it, and he is also included in al-muqarrabun. May Allah make us from al-muqarrabin. عَلَى الْأَرَائِكِ يَنْظُرُونَ. They are going to be on these cushions. Arika is the singular of ara'ik, and it's a chair or a throne or a large couch that's full of cushions, so you can recline on it and relax. Okay, yanzurun, they'll be looking around. Now the thing to notice, and some of the ulama talked about this in the imagery of this ayah also, is when you recline or you sit down and relax, then you can't look around so much because your view is limited. Right? If you're on a train, for example, you'll recline, then you can't look out the window. What do you have to do? You get out, you get out of your comfort zone, then you look around. You can't sit back and look around. Even in the car, your kids are sitting back, they don't see it. They say, hey, did you see that cow? What do? They look up and they go to the window. They come out of their comfortable position to see. Look at how Allah puts it. They will be reclined looking around. Meaning Allah has designed the chair in a way that when you sit back, you get the best view. Right? You're in the most comfortable position, subhanAllah. Yanzurun, just looking around. Wherever they look, they see bliss. So they get a full view on these ara'ik. This is very difficult for us to do in our car. It takes us 25 minutes to adjust the chair exactly the way we should in the rear view mirror and all this stuff, right? SubhanAllah. And the other thing is, when you're looking somewhere, your view is kind of focused to one thing. But where are they looking? Lafi na'im. The na'im is where? They're in it and it's all around them. So they can see all around from this wonderful seating that Allah has provided them. تَعْرِفُ فِي وُجُوهِهِمْ نَضْرَةَ النَّعِيمِ. You will recognize in their faces nadra. Nadra is a beautiful word in the Arabic language. There are a few words for glow and glitter and joy that are used to express the beauty of something, or freshness even. We find zahra, bahja, nadra. Nadra is the lighting up of one's face. When you could see the freshness in it, you could see the happiness and joy in it. You see these people sitting on couches and they're just fresh. They're lit. Their faces are lit. تَعْرِفُ فِي وُجُوهِهِمْ نَضْرَةَ and نَضْرَةَ النَّعِيمِ. The idafa here, the mudaf ilayh here is an-na'im. These blissful things that they see, that's what lights their face up. I mean, you see something, wow, and you see this other thing, and your face just gets brighter and brighter at the things you see. Subhanallah. Yusqawna, and now the service, room service. Yusqawna, they will be given to drink. They don't even have to get up to get the drink. They don't have to get up because if they said yasquna, then they're going to drink. But yusqawna, they will be given to drink. So Allah has already set the scene where the children on the couch, so they don't have to get up. Yusqawna, and what are they given to drink? Min rahiqin makhtum. Let's understand first what rahiq means. As-Sabuni comments, ajwadul khamr. وأصفاه. And in the Sihah we find الرحيق صفوة الخمر وقال الأخفش هو الشراب الذي لا غش. So a few things. The purest possible wine or drink that is not contaminated by age or bubbles kind of thing. It's very crystal clear, you could see right through it, and it's got great texture in color, and it doesn't make you drunk. It doesn't get you. You can drink however much of it you like, and it doesn't get you drunk. Others comment that it also has in it a beautiful scent. But then we find makhtoom. And I don't know how popular the drinks that were makhtoom must have been a very exotic thing at the time. Nowadays, makhtoom literally means sealed off, closed off, tight. And it's got a brand on it. So once you open it, you know how like some drinks have that seal that if it's not there, you shouldn't buy it kind of thing? Right? So they've got that seal. It's an original seal meant for you to open it. It wasn't opened by anyone else before. It's filled to the brim, and makhtoom also means something that is filled to the brim and then sealed. Like the Messenger ﷺ is Khatam al-Nabiyyin, right? Because the Risala is filled. It's not like there's room left. It's filled, and then he's the seal. It's all the way to the top. So Ar-Rahiq al-Makhtoom is these beautiful wine bottles that, as ugly as we think wine is today as believers, there's a different kind of wine that doesn't get us drunk, that Allah is offering us, and it's being given to us. But then Allah tells us something more about this seal. A seal. It's got a seal on it. And you're sitting on your couch, and you've been given this bottle. And you know where they used to drink? Where did the Arabs used to drink? Out of a well. Right? This was you don't get served. This is the elite thing, it's a king's thing to get served. The average Arab has to go out and dig out of the well, or drink out of the pond or the lake, or whatever. Now khitamuhu misk, even the seal has as an incense. The seal has this perfume-like smell. Not even the drink. The drink hasn't even been opened yet. It's the seal. Khitam. Khitamuhu misk. وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. Then in that, those who compete, they should compete in this. This is something worth competing. Allah draws an image of me just being there in that luxury and putting that before me. Then after that is done, no matter what the kuffar say, does it matter anymore? No, because the believer, what does he see now? He sees that Jannah. He sees سَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَجَنَّةٍ سَابِقُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَجَنَّةٍ. Right? Run towards the paradise. Rush towards the paradise. Race towards the paradise. So now, after this, Allah Azza wa Jalla says, وَمِزَاجُهُ مِن تَسْنِيمٍ. He takes the imagination further. By the way, this khitamuhu, the seal is made of this musk, this beautiful scent. You should compete towards this. The passage began with al-abrar, the righteous. The few righteous will get to this point. But then there's even a higher level. Allah takes your imagination even further. SubhanAllah. وَمِزَاجُهُ مِن تَسْنِيمٍ. So Allah says the mixture of it, meaning the drink is something, but you add some sugar to it or you add some flavor to it. That flavor has been added from a very high fountain or a very high waterfall up there somewhere, and it's called tasneem. So the drink itself is not tasneem, but it's got a little bit of mix from tasneem. Now when you taste that tasneem, what do you want? You say, what's that mix? I want to go where this came from. But where did it come from? It came from very high. So now the abrar are enjoying this drink, and they talk to each other and say, did you taste that flavor, that new thing in there? Yeah, that's tasneem. Dude, where do you get tasneem? And so now look at the next ayah. Aynan. Tasneem is a waterfall, it's a spring. And this is lil-ikhtisas. يَشْرَبُوا بِهَا الْمُقَرَّبُونَ. The people the closest to Allah will be sitting next to this waterfall, not yashrabu minha, yashrabu biha. Biha here, what it gives is dharf makan. They'll be sitting right by it, right by this waterfall where it starts, and they're drinking from it directly. The abrar, the righteous, are drinking a mix from the tasneem, and they're loving that too. But those who are close to Allah, al-muqarrabun, what are they enjoying? Tasneem itself, subhanAllah. Allah gives us degrees of paradise. So the ulama comment, عين عالية شرابها أشرف شراب وأصل التسنيم لارتفاع ومنه سلام البعير. Right? This is a very high drink, and the origin of tasneem is something very high. The people, the righteous, who are still living it up, because they've got the couch, they've got the people serving them drink, they've got the bottle, they've got the seal. But this illustrates, the language illustrates that those who are closest to Allah, they will be in a higher position than even the righteous. It establishes a gradation here, subhanAllah. So on the one hand, Allah spoke of the worst of the worst of the worst criminal. And on the contrast, he spoke of the people who earned the closest rank with Allah. That Allah spoke about another place. He says, "As-sabiqun as-sabiqun ulaik al-muqarrab." The first of the first. Those are the closest ones. What does it mean, first of the first? The first ones, he would say. These are the people, when the messenger makes the claim that an angel comes and delivers me this message, that this is not words I'm making up on my own. Who believes in me? It's easy to call him crazy. Imagine your neighbor came to you and said, "Hey man, an angel came to me and talked to me. You need to believe in everything I say because it's from God." It's as crazy, it sounds as crazy today as it sounded 1400 years ago. At that time, the first person to say, "You know what, that's not crazy, I believe in you in public. And whatever you say I will do, I will not question because I know it's not coming from you, it's coming from a higher source. I will not question it. I don't care what people call me. I don't care who disowns me. I don't care what they do to me, I'm standing by you." How hard is that to do? It's easy for us to be believers because there's so many of us. There's so many of us. How easy is it when you're the only one? You have to believe in this guy who everybody calls crazy. Everybody calls him insane. And whatever he says, they ridicule. They mock. You're going to be right in that position the moment you say, "La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam." So this position these Sahaba put themselves in is such a painful position. And so Allah compensates them by saying, "No, you'll enjoy tasneem. You have the highest rank. The righteous will get something, but you're up here. Al-Muqarrabun." May Allah make us from Al-Muqarrabin.